Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Ivan, and welcome back to Exposed. We're here today with Blake Arakawa, and we're here to talk about board design. And just a little intro to myself is that we're here at Mililani Skate Park. You know, before I was bodyboarding, I actually grew up in LA, and where in the 80s, I used to ride skateboard. And so the skate park that I went to had a snake run where it was just bowls everywhere, bowls. I could never go over the top, but I could carve the heck out of these bowls. And that's kind of where my style of bodyboarding came from, as well as surfing. Because I grew up on the west side by Tumbleland, and my next door neighbor was Danny Kim, legend himself, Danny Kim. And we used to surf together, believe it or not. Danny Kim was a surfer before he was a bodyboarder. And so he got sponsored from bodyboarding, and he brought us bodyboards and got me into bodyboarding. And I started to drop knee more. And I've always wanted to do my drop knee as a surfer, as a skater, as carving these bowls, nice arcing turns, drawn out lines. And then surfing is more like I want a bottom turn and go off the top. That was my goal in bodyboarding back in the 90s. That's what I want to do. I didn't want to just race to the shoulder and do a snap or hit. I want to hit that bottom turn and go up to the top. And you know, all those photos that you saw, we were just talking about it. You know, my back hurts now because I'm old. I'm 54 years old. But back then, my back never hurt. You know why, folks? Because I was there for the shot. We get up there, I was like, get up to the top of the lip, take the shot, take the shot. He took the shot, pow, bail. I bailed on everything. You don't have any videos of me making any moves. Why? Because I want to protect my back. So, yeah, I'm a kook. I was there for the shot. I admit it. I don't have any videos of me pulling off anything, but I was a photo slut. And you know, truly, I went to off the wall all the time just to get the shot. That's it. And if it wasn't sunny, cloudy, I wouldn't go. I'm not going home, guys. I go, what? Dude, it's gonna get sunny later. Nah, not right now. I'm going home. That was truly, that's probably why I got into video, is because it was cloudy, and then I was like, you know what? I'll go video you guys. And so I videoed a lot of kids, and that was pretty fun to watch all these kids, you know, get really well. And that was probably my excuse of not getting in the water after a while, because I just didn't want to get hurt. So anyway, we're here at the skate park, and that's where my history of bodyboarding and my style, it came from skateboarding, bowls, surfing top to bottom, and that's what I want to do. And I'm here today to get some advice on how can I become a top to bottom drop knee rider. And we're here today with Blake Arakawa, and perhaps you could help me. I need help. Blake.
What's up, everybody? My name is Blake Arakawa, and started Riot Bodyboards. And I would say big part of it was we were both on the same team growing up, Yikes Bodyboards. Gary was the shaper, and we both got to experiment with all kinds of shapes, rails, designs, and it was the funnest thing. You could design a board, go out and ride it, and learn new things, learn how you ride, learn about board design. So that really inspired me to start Riot Bodyboards.
And nobody did custom boards back then. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And I mean, Turbo did, but yeah, but a local guy like Gary, man, really took care of us kids.
Yeah. And so I just want to pass that stoke down to you guys and allow you guys to make your own boards and experiment and just pass down the stoke. So, yeah.
Yeah, Gary is definitely where he helped out a lot of Fred Booth, that famous kid Fred Booth, like Gary sponsored. Jesse Okuda, my brother, U.S. champ, sponsored by Yikes. Gary definitely helped out a lot of kids, and he's an amazing guy. The boards were awesomely built. I never did have a board laminate until my son started peeling off the plastic, crazy kid. And so yeah, Gary was awesome with that concept and really supportive of bodyboarding. He sponsored a lot of unknown kids.
That was his thing. He sponsored the underground.
Yeah.
That's
That's probably where I got my underground love, because of Gary, because I started videoing underground kids.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to the underground guys.
Yeah, your videos was called Exposed.
Yeah.
Expose the Underground. So
Yeah.
And Island.
Oh, I did Secret Spots once. I did Holy Waters.
Holy Waters.
I did Holy Waters. Oh, because I was getting into God. Because Paul Assumption, he was over at the Kawai Hall Church. He had a concert there, and he did an altar call, and I felt it. I mean, I went up and I gave my life to the Lord that day, that night, and it was thanks to Paul Assumption.
Yeah, Paul's still bodyboarding and ripping. So.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I think it was him who gave me the advice. Because Holy Waters wasn't really into God as much. He said, Ivan, man, I don't think you should be talking about certain stuff. So I was like, ooh, you're right, Paul. Because I was hanging around Rollin Woods and all these guys were going to clubs and just looking at girls. And I was like, ooh, you're right, Paul. My show isn't representing very well. So it was thanks to Paul Assumption who really got me into God as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And the crazy thing is that my wife gave her life to the Lord at Calvary Chapel at Pearl Harbor, because we were going to concerts and stuff, and she gave her life as well, probably a year later. But you know, I know this is off topic, but we've been going to different churches and stuff. And my wife didn't feel comfortable, and because she's Catholic and she's hard, you know, I'm Catholic too. I was raised Catholic, and so I ended up, you know what? I'm not gonna cause a drift between my marriage just because I want to go to a Christian church and my wife wants to go to a Catholic church.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna give in to my wife and support her belief, because if not, she might not ever come to know the Lord as well.
Make things worse.
Yeah. So I'm a Catholic now, and I believe in Jesus, and it's crazy what I've learned recently, and that'll probably be another topic. Perhaps we could talk story, man.
Yeah,
because you know, I love talking about.
Yeah, me too.
That's good. That's good. And
yeah, it's real.
All right. We'll do that in the next episode.
Yeah.
Holy Water's coming back. No. But okay.
Cool.
So one thing I wanted to ask you about, Blake, is that my style of surfing. I drop knee. That's all I do. All I want to do. I don't want to prone. I don't want to be like everybody else prone. I mean, I prone if I have to. If I can't get up, I guess I gotta prone. But like this board that Gary made for me.
Yeah.
Talking about this board. I mean, this is back in the 90s, 96. I guess this is my first round nose board. Would this be considered a round nose?
Yeah.
Okay, it's considered a round nose. Pretty parallel. The crazy thing about this tail is, I saw this with Ben Severson. One day I was at a pipe. It was just a 2 to 3 foot pipe, and then I lost my board and he came in. I saw Ben. He came up to me, Ivan, try this board. I go, what board? You know, his basic wide nose, crazy parallel bend board, but he had these pegs, and this peg where it has like a really couple inches, I guess. It was pretty. It's not like this. It's not a crescent tail. It had this, and he said, try this out, Ivan. I said, okay. And I got up on my drop knee, which took forever because I don't know how to drop knee backside. But once I got on that board and I made my line, I was traveling, holding my edge, not grabbing my reel, just getting in and coming out. And then I tried to turn, couldn't turn because the board was made for prone. The board went straight, and I said, what the hell? But every wave, that square peg held my edge. And it was parallel. It was like the prone. But I'm thinking, correct me if I'm wrong, could these tails benefit a backside board? Could it be this, or was it the board?
It could. So tell me about this board, because you made this peg.
Yeah.
For yourself personally.
Yes.
And your regular foot, right?
Regular foot.
So this is for your backside.
Purposely made for backside.
So how'd it work?
It works so good for backside. And so I think it was because of this peg. And you notice it doesn't have it on my front side, because I don't need help with the front side. Come on. You got it?
You got it.
But you know, what I'm thinking, my next board that I would like to have is an asymmetric board.
I made one. I made those.
So
I wish I brought it.
Yeah. I'm thinking that the prone design is perfect for backside. I think it is. The wide point is higher.
Yep, exactly.
And so if I want an asymmetric board, I want a prone board for my backside.
On the left side, yeah.
On my backside. And a crazy round shape for the front
side. Yeah.
So is a drop knee board, do you have you have a board here today. It's beneficial for both?
Prone and drop knee.
Would you like to share this board?
Yeah. It's kind of a prototype. It's on the Instagram, but
let me take this down.
It has a slick top, but
that's the most craziest thing, dude. What is this?
I won't get into that now.
Okay.
But it works super good for prone and drop knee. It springs like crazy, but the world's not ready. The world's not ready for that. But the shape pretty much is it's cut down to prone and drop knee. It's kind of experimental. It works though. It works super good. So I'm thinking about releasing it as a stock template. But yeah, it just with the Delta tail, designed by Mike Stewart.
What is a Delta tail? What is that?
It's like a bat tail, but it's pointed at the tip.
Okay.
I found it works super good for drop knee and prone, but especially drop knee. I can't really drop knee with a traditional bat tail.
Okay.
But the Delta tail, it holds your line perfect,
like
and
it wants to. So it acts like a skag.
In a way, like if you translate it to surfboard design, it acts like a single fin tail or a pin tail.
Okay.
Pin tail, where big wave boards will have it, certain short boards, but it stabilizes the board because it runs directly down the middle. So it stabilizes the board, where a traditional crescent will want to slide out.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing contacting the wave unless you're prone, but drop knee, you don't have your body dragging in the middle.
Right.
So when it's hollow, it loses contact with the water, except for the rail. But this point holds, and it actually wants to find the sweet spot in the wave and the power source. It's crazy. So it works super good. It gives you extra volume for prone too, and drop knee off the bottom turn. This extra volume just squirts, gives you so much projection off the bottom turn and speed that it's super fun. It's insane.
Have you ever thought about fin design? One thing that I came across, I just got back after 20 years, folks. I just gotta put that in there so that I'm excused. 20 years I never bodyboarded. For 6 months now, I've been at it for 6 months. I got on the bodyboard. I'm Vipers, man. Vipers for life.
Right.
The Vipers, they have those edges, those ridges, and the ridges are hanging off the tail.
Yeah. And
so I used to use Vipers back in the 90s as a skag. That's how I used to hold my edge. I had the full ridge of body surfing Vipers, and I left those ridges on, just cut it shorter. But I felt like those could help me hold my edge just as this does. So right now I don't have those full size edge. What I did with my Vipers, believe it or not, I cut the ridges off. It's totally flat.
So when you kick, the water's just going like.
I guess so. I never thought about it because I don't understand fin. I don't understand the fin design, but I felt that it was making me drag on my bodyboard. I was going straight for some reason. The board would just go straight. I was like trying to turn it. What the heck? Because I thought it was because of the fins. And then I saw a video of Dave Hubbard talking about bodyboard, drop knee, and the fin was flat. So I took it upon myself and cut off that ridges. And so now I have a Vipers with no ridge. It's just a useless fin now because it has no strength. But it's perfect for me because I'm old and my legs would get cramps because I need a flexible fin. So I thought, hey, perfect. I have a perfect flexible fin and it doesn't disturb my drop knee.
So maybe you can come out with your own fin. The flat Viper, the flat fin.
So do you ever think that maybe a fin design also helps with?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. A lot of guys would ride the Vipers for that reason.
Yeah, with the ridges.
Even if they wouldn't admit it, yeah. And I used to ride blunt cuts all the time. I just loved it for drop knee, but the top is flat.
Yeah.
It's pretty flat. So I just learned to use the rail more. The fin didn't
rail.
hold, but I didn't like it because just kicking out, the water would just disperse all over the place.
So it's useless. It was.
I mean, it would propel you, but so I found another fin, prone fins, with a ridge on the top and bottom, and I cut it for drop knee.
Yeah.
And now when I paddle out, the water gets channeled and propels me forward.
More power.
Yeah.
Purpose. It has a purpose now.
Yeah, and it helps too when you drop knee, like how you're saying with the
ridges.
Vipers. So.
Okay. Man, I should have never cut those things then.
Glue them back on or something.
I'll just buy another one.
Yeah.
Support.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so
one thing I was questioning, I'm looking at a video where a surfboard, this guy I believe in France or one of those foreign countries, he's a race car driver. It's on video, and he has the ability to 3D image
3D
the water,
print.
yeah, or the video.
Oh, the water
dispersion.
hydrodynamics and stuff. Yeah.
So I was wondering, can we use a surfboard rail, a rolled rail? Because I want to experiment, and you're the guy to go to experiment.
Yeah, you said you wanted me to change one rail to a rounded rail.
Because my front side don't need help. I can hold my edge on my front side.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I can roll that edge.
Yeah.
And to see, according to the video, a certain rolled rail on a surfboard creates less drag, more speed, whereas another design, I guess a more boxy, would drag but have more hold.
Really?
So we gotta see this video, and I'm thinking let's follow their design and see where it goes from. Because my point is, my idea is, if a rolled rail doesn't work, dude, just put it back. Just reshape it to another angled board and hurts nobody.
Yeah.
The board that I'm using, I understand how it works. It works really good. So if I roll it, I can tell the difference if it works or not.
Yeah.
So without changing the shape, just changing the rail, the rolled. So if possible, I would love to have you do that for me, and we'll get back to the feedback. And who knows, that could be the next revolutionary design, is putting some rolled rails. If possible.
Yeah, Ben Severson does rolled rails.
Oh,
yeah.
So what's his thought?
He does a transition where it's rolled on the front end.
Yeah.
And that his not just theory, but it's proven that for photos, the water doesn't.
Clean.
Yeah, it's cleaner. It rolls over, and it doesn't get spray in your face and all that stuff. And I did road rails on some of my boards, and I found when it's hollow, it just feels a lot more smooth. There's no bite and release. It's just one smooth transition. So, and it holds good too. It's how you shape the rail.
Okay.
Or the angle, and round it. It still holds good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I could do that on your board.
Okay.
We start with a rounded rail, and if you want to change it to a regular rail, there's foam to cut, and you can make a angled rail, like a regular sharp rail, without changing the shape.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta show you the video so you can see what shape you want to work with. You can decide which one you think would benefit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff you can do with custom shaper, I guess.
Yeah. How about thickness of a board? Does that matter?
Oh yeah, it matters.
Why does? Okay, good. Why did it go thinner all of a sudden?
Oh, the stock boards?
Or like in the 90s, this board is 2.5 inches. This board is what, 2 1/4 now? You lost
2 1/8.
Less?
Yeah, less.
Okay, what's the benefit? Thickness over
thickness, more volume, more easier to paddle out.
Yeah, man.
Easier to catch waves.
Help me out here.
Good for the older guys.
That's me.
No, it's good for summertime too.
Yeah.
I always advocate quiver for bodyboarders. Most guys one board all year round, but you gotta have a summertime board, because for me, I take my winter board, my North Shore board, to town, and I'm hating life. Like I'm struggling, can't catch waves. And when I'm on the wave, like you know how you're talking about like hopping and trying to generate speed. So I made a thicker board.
Yes.
My dimensions.
Yeah.
Maybe a little taller, a little wider.
Okay.
To help. And I'm having the time of my life. I'm catching tons of waves, catching them easy, and flying on the wave. So the thickness helps for smaller waves.
Okay.
And thinner for bigger waves, in my opinion, or hollower waves.
Ooh, okay.
And
Speaking of town, that's where I started 6 months ago. It's over rocks, and I was out there, and I'm using this 2 1/4 board. I had the hardest time getting into the wave.
Yeah.
And I was killing myself. Once I get up, I'm like pumping, trying to get speed because that's my style. I'm strong. Oh! But then I look at guys at over rocks like Tony, Rob, Mossy, them.
Dean, yeah,
they're so smooth. Like they get up, man, so stylish. I'm like, what? What? I'm like, dude, I have no style. I'm just jumping all over, and they look so smooth. So I guess I don't know if their boards are thick, but
those guys,
I guess they're just that good, or
their boards are really long.
Oh, yeah.
And they like super stiff boards.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with these stiff boards? Tell us, talk to me, man. Stiff, why?
Just, I think it was going from 80s.
Yeah.
No stringer, dowel core, crease your board in the first session, to trying to make it the longevity better, stiffer, and performance is better, stiffer. But I think we're overdoing it nowadays. The stock boards come at double stringer, double mesh, you know.
Yeah.
And it's almost too stiff. It lasts long, but
here's a good question. Why would you want to make boards that last longer? Don't you want your customer to come back?
As a company, yeah. So.
Dude, what are you doing? You're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, it's good though that it lasts long, but a lot of times it's just way too stiff.
How long does it take for a board to break in?
I don't know. Depends on if you're Hawaiian and you got the mana.
Right.
You got the weight, the little extra weight.
But if you're like skinny like me, the board might take a few months for it to work.
Yeah.
I want a board that takes a few months to work?
I think a lot of people don't realize that flex is good. Flex is good.
Mike Stewart talks about it.
A lot of guys are like, the old school guys are trying to bend the board to get it to have some flex.
Right.
And most people, they just ride it like that and they don't know, but yeah.
I want a board that works day one.
Yeah.
Day one. I want to jump on that board and rip. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh.
Pro diving.
Pearl diving. Yeah. Every wave I was pearl diving.
Yeah. So, and you see pros, a lot of their boards that they use have creases because flex is good. So.
Yeah. So what do you think? You think your custom boards will be eliminating stringers at any time, or is there a way to eliminate stringer? How about that question?
Just don't put.
Maybe extra mesh.
Yeah, you can order cores without stringers.
Thicker boards. Does that help to make the?
Mesh. There's ways. So I ask all my customers a ton of questions and
help me out here.
I ask them if they like flex or if they like it super stiff and what kind of waves they ride. And certain waves, you don't need that much flex. Like summertime.
Yeah.
Short break, you want more flex. Big waves, hollow waves. So it all depends. I always ask my customers a ton of questions, and I customize the board for them. And I fill in the blanks a lot of times. So one stringer, no stringers, triple stringer. So yeah, it all depends. So that's what I want to do for Hawaii. We have the best waves in the world.
Oh, so consistent.
The best bodyboarders in the world. We just need someone to fill in the gap, to tailor the boards for the riders and the waves. So that's what I want to offer.
Yeah. And it's cool that you can give information to these riders to better understand to what they're looking for.
And educate them and help them know what works, what doesn't. So even if they're looking at stock boards, you can say, oh, that's not going to work or that'll work.
But you can make it stock board.
And
right?
yeah. And then I can even tailor stock boards and change what they don't like, what doesn't work. So,
wow.
Yeah. But
I think that'd be so cool to have a rider. Any of you riders out there, you want a relationship with us. Surfers have it all the time. Surfers have personal shapers.
Even amateur, just anybody, surfers have a relationship with the shapers and they get custom boards all the time.
Yeah.
Surfers are educated on size, rails, thickness, all that.
Yeah, and I think you can provide that education to any bodyboarder.
Yeah, I'll take the time. I love talking to my customers and geeking out on design and stuff. So.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. A lot of times back in the day when I was ordering custom bodyboards, it was just a paper and you got to fill in the blanks.
Because it's the mainland.
Mainland,
that's why.
And I couldn't really call them. I mean, I never tried, but I would assume they're too busy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just guessing what works,
Yeah. So you could probably be the first person who probably could tailor to, do you know other riders, other shapers?
I'm not sure. Probably. A lot of shapers, they're really cool. They'll probably take the time to talk to you if you call them. So yeah, give your local shaper a call.
I think Dean Marzo is starting up his own custom.
Dean Marzo.
Yeah.
Dean Marzo.
I think he mentioned it once.
No, we talk a lot.
It was just a joke. He put a sticker out there. I was like, how about this as a sticker?
Oh, really? Maybe he does customizations and he repairs boards.
Yeah.
But I know he's busy traveling. He retired from the lifeguard.
He is living the life, man.
So he's out there living his life.
Yeah. We're the same age. Class of 85, brother D. Oh. He went Pro State, I went Y&I, but yeah, man. We're old school.
Yeah, so he does stuff, but he likes to go to Vegas,
Yeah, I know.
He does his thing.
Go to the Steelers football game. Yeah. Steel curtain.
So he's kind of busy nowadays, but
good for him.
But yeah, that's what I hope to offer you guys is a surfer shaper relationship. So I mean, it doesn't matter if you're pro or amateur. If you love bodyboarding and want to do anything besides go straight, yeah, just I'll take the time to talk to you, educate you, and even if you don't know exactly what you want and you just know you want to fly or get a board for shore break, I can fill in the blanks and tailor the board to you. So yeah, it's always fun. I love it.
Speaking of fun, it's been 20 years since I've been out in the water, and I just went back over rocks 6 months ago, and getting up on the knee, just drop kneeing, it feels so amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And the funny thing is, my brother Jesse, my son, Josiah, he's 14, he was catching a wave, right? He didn't, to me, it didn't look right. The style just wasn't there. I go, son, you gotta work on your style, dude. And then my brother goes, it's not about the style. How does it feel, Joe? And he said, it feels awesome. I go,
oh, cool.
And he said, and that's what my brother pointed out, reminded me that it's the feeling of what you're doing. If you enjoy it, it feels good, then you're on the right path. And I guess style comes later.
Yeah.
And for myself, drop kneeing, it feels so amazing. Dude, I'm getting up, I'm going around, and I'm not doing my top to bottom yet, but I am riding it and cutting back, and it feels so amazing. But I don't really know how it looks. I haven't really seen too much video of myself, so I might look pretty good.
Videos don't lie.
I don't look as good as Tony and Rob at Over Rocks, but it does feel amazing to get up on the drop knee. And I think bodyboarding, there's something I heard is that there's no future in bodyboarding, and who cares? It's not about the money.
Yep.
You're not going to make a living off of bodyboarding. Don't do that. I say do it for the fun, the feeling. And the crazy thing is, when I see somebody get up or do something, woo, I'm cheering them on.
Yeah.
I see it so amazing that they can hold their edge or they can ride that wave. And I think we all should encourage each other. And I think that will make the sport grow and just feel the stoke. Instead of joke that guy or whatever. What do you think?
Yeah.
How do we encourage the sport?
How do we encourage? So actually, I had an idea. I didn't tell you.
Nice.
And it's been on the back of my mind for a while. It's to start a hui of bodyboarders, bodyboard companies, where we get together maybe twice a year, and we just get together, we potluck, and we support each other. So the whole purpose is we get together, we get to know each other. So not just a logo or a brand, but the person behind it. We build relationship with each other, and we support each other. So if a bodyboard brand needs a t-shirt made, the bodyboard t-shirt company can say, this is what I provide, what I can offer. We can give each other discounts, just work that out between each other.
Yeah.
But we network. It's to network, to build relationship, to support each other. No bad vibes. If anybody has gripes with each other, you got to squash it before you come. And if you can't squash it, we'll help you resolve it. And then if not, then I don't know. Then you got to do it on your own, I guess. But because we want to provide a place where we support each other and it's positive vibes. Because we need unity in the sport.
Yeah.
And we need support. We need to support each other. I learned from skateboarding. I used to skateboard too.
Yeah, because you used to live right there.
Yeah, I used to live right across the park. And so skating started corporate. So there's corporate companies. And when skaters begin to get older and retire, they started their own brands, skateboard shoes, skateboard companies, and they became rich. But they gave the money back to the sport. See, like surfing, bodyboarding especially, we had corporate sponsors, but the money went out of the sport, went back in their pockets. They weren't paying the bodyboarder, the pros. So we got to do it ourselves, and we got to support each other, and we got to build each other up, not tear each other down. And then it's going to go beyond that to say if we want to put on the pipe contest or any other contest, and we want corporate sponsors, guaranteed somebody knows
within the hui.
Yeah, somebody has an auntie that works at a hotel that can give discounts to riders that want to come from the mainland, from outer islands. Her hotel will benefit, see the value in our sport.
I see.
And might sponsor us. And, you know, if someone needs a lawyer, someone might know a lawyer, and we can help each other out. Not just in the sport, but also with life. So that's my idea. It'd be something called like the Union of Hawaii Bodyboarders or something like that.
That's true. You know, we do need brotherhood out there, because I notice that a lot of surfers are angry at each other, or they're angry. Like recently, dude, I was just telling my brother, I was at Egukai, and I was at Gums. I took off backside, woohoo, yeah! And then I fell off, and I was paddling out. This surfer kid was coming behind me. Hey, you man! You gotta look to the left. Make sure you know somebody dropped. You just dropped it. I'm going off. And I was like, who's this guy talking to? I kept going, you in the yellow. I had a yellow dress. Oh, he's talking to me. Dang. I turned around. I looked. Oh, hey, sorry, Amber. I go, oh, that's okay, Uncle. That's okay. I was like, what? I guess he had the attitude of like regulating Egukai. It's Egukai, man. Come on, everybody's supposed to catch waves. But yeah, they're so angry at each other.
Wow.
And so I really think that, we should uplift each other, encourage each other. All the body, I try to go, dude, little kids, big kids.
Yeah.
And then I see him drop me. I was like, dude, you want to try my board, man? It's a drop me board. You try it.
Yeah.
So I like your ideas of that brotherhood, and the companies. Everybody should get together. I like that.
Well, now that I announced it, I guess you gotta put it on soon. So
let's see, the pipe contest coming up, man. Every pipe contest should be that meeting.
Yeah, we should have one around that time.
Yeah.
Plus, there's international riders that they can just sit in and enjoy the brotherhood. So
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it then.
Man, too bad I don't have food stamp, because I could provide the food, man. I had so much money.
Anybody got food stamps out there?
I get 5 kids, bro. I had plenty of money in that food stamp program.
Oh, just barbecue.
Oh, it would be so good, because that's what we used to do at church.
Yeah.
Food is what brings everybody together.
Fellowship and talk story, pray for each other. So yeah. So maybe we'll just announce it or something and.
Yeah. So
do it. Just gotta do it. That's what I learned nowadays. You just gotta do it. And sometimes things follow. So.
Man, who's running the pipe contest nowadays?
I'm not sure.
Because that would be the person.
Mike? I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole nother realm. I'm not too into contests, but I'll support it. I want to sponsor contests one day and sponsor riders, but right now I just getting off the ground and building it.
Man. So let's see what else about the bodyboard. I'm really fascinated about this deck here. So if I wanted to get a bodyboard, how do we get in contact with you?
Oh, Instagram.
It's Instagram.
That's all I got. Yeah, Facebook was no good.
That's for old guys like me, man. You don't need
it's
that.
no good. Nah, they're manipulating they wanted me to pay for advertising.
Oh, yeah.
And when I didn't, they
blocked
what did you
you,
call
yeah?
it? They blocked me, and
wow.
it was weird. The algorithm, a lot of censorship. So I deleted my personal account and my bodyboard one. So it's just Instagram, and
that's more popular anyway.
Yeah, and so you can just message me on that and direct message, and you can start communicating.
What is the Instagram? How do we do that? What's the code, the name?
Oh, Riot Custom Bodyboards.
Oh, okay.
Just find me and you can message me and can get started. Yeah.
Nice. Man, this board is so crazy.
Yeah. Kind of.
So any ideas? What ideas? Because right now I'm drop kneeing. I sometimes have a hard time holding my edge. Is there any design that you could implement that would hold your edge besides the? What is this?
I would say.
Oh, okay.
Off the bat, the rail is the most important design concept. Besides tails and all that, especially for holding your edge.
Yeah.
Most stock boards come with soft rails, what I call.
Okay.
The angle that it's cut is about 30 degrees. So it's more like this.
Ah.
So in my opinion, if this is the water or this is the wave, it takes this much lean to start engaging the rail. Other than that, there's no rail, it's just kind of sliding, or it might
just a tip
skim up.
Touching.
But if you get a sharper rail that's more angled,
all right.
So like a sharper rail would be like 35-40 degree angle, and that will engage your rail sooner, and it makes it easier. So for drop knee, it even takes less lean to start engaging your rail.
Oh, okay.
Whereas if you have to lean this much, you just kind of lean. So when it's steep, you kind of make that style. You make that style like that, and
leaning back,
cool
relax. Yeah.
You can do that without like leaning as much to engage your rail. It's a sharper rail.
How about these bottoms that they're coming out with, like the channels and I see something that has like a stringer in the middle that's creating like a little lump. What is all that?
A lump in the bottom of the board?
Yeah, like a V. I guess it would create a V.
Oh yeah, it's just the design.
Does those help hold your edge as well, or for drop knee? Or is it made for speed or?
There's all kinds of design concepts behind it. Everything works to a certain extent. Some guys will be like, "Oh, it's slower," but it was designed for hollower waves, and it might slow down in flatter waves.
Okay. So like myself.
Okay, yeah.
Where I want to surf top to bottom. I just want to bottom turn and just go straight up the top, turn like a surfer, and then who knows what goes. I never got past that, so I don't know what to do after that. and I want to surf like chuns, like that kind of wave, or macaw, a wave that has a wall at least.
Right.
So, what kind of board would you recommend? And this is only for front side. Front side has one shape, but when I cut back, I want a different
asymmetrical.
Shape. I want an asymmetric board.
My personal drop knee boards are all asymmetrical, but it's like
a dream right there.
Yeah, it's like it works.
So front side, what kind of shape should I? What shape works for you on your front side? Is it a round?
Front side, like more of a bullet, more of a straighter shape, less brought in.
From the knee down.
So my wide point is more lower. It's by my knee.
Okay.
But the wide point from the tail to the wide point is
Almost parallel.
not brought in as much. It's more straight.
Ah.
And this is brought in more.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like a bullet. So if it was like a full board, it'd be like a bullet shape.
All right, all right.
But the backside, the wide point's higher by my front foot, so I can just
Heel, right?
lay
on the
down
heel.
the weight on my rail and turn to and carve. And it's brought in a little bit more.
So it's rounder for your
Yeah.
backside. Okay, I see.
Just exactly like how you're saying, like a prone shape worked good backside. And front side, the traditional, the drop knee shape works good because you just fly.
Yeah.
So if I was to make you a custom,
Top to bottom. I want to go top to bottom.
Top to
man.
bottom?
So not
I would-
drawn out. I don't want to do a drawn out bottom turn or cut back.
like a sharp.
I want to go straight up and down.
Oh.
That's what surfers do. I
Yeah.
wanna have a different stuff. What would you recommend for that front side bottom turn? What would you recommend?
The sharper rails, because that you engage faster, yeah.
Nice.
And I would bring in the tail a little bit more
Rounder.
than the bullet shape, yeah.
Okay.
Because that outline dictates how your board turns.
So when the board does have a rounder, it will help
Yeah,
assist in
turn.
the sharper turns.
Yeah. So I would do that for you. I know your boards before were pretty brought in too.
Yeah.
Your pro models. So I would do that for you too, because you're used to that.
And then the backside
And then I would do a lower wide point.
for the front.
Yeah. And then backside, like how you said, a higher wide point. And so when you go for your turns, the board won't just keep going straight.
Yeah.
And then you're like that, and the board wants to go straight. When you want to turn, the board will just turn naturally, and you can just
Yeah. Does the
dig
flex
it.
help? Because if, like, these boards are flat, no rocker. When it flexes, that's creating rocker, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does flex.
Yeah.
So flex is important. And then the rocker is going to help for the backside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do that. Could put rocker on one side. As far as rocker, I like it flat and neutral. So when you want it to flex, it'll flex. When you want to push down, it'll push down. But like Ben Severson, he likes some tail rocker, he likes some nose rocker.
Oh, wow.
So I could always shape that into your board too if you want that.
Man, that's
It's
amazing.
not a problem. But yeah.
One thing too, I did notice, this board has like a little clip. Does that help with the leash part? Because I tell you, the board I'm using,
Yeah.
I'm riding the board, my leash, because I use a wrist leash.
Yeah.
Reason is because I like to grab my leash. It's weirdest thing. When I bottom turn,
Yeah.
if I don't hang on to my leash, I end up doing a drawn out turn. So like I yank that leash, and the board just it goes straight up. And so I use a wrist leash, but the wrist leash keeps getting stuck on the corner.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah?
what the hell? Get the thing off the corner. Does this help?
Oh, it could. Yeah.
Because maybe that's what I need to do then. I need to.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Is a wrist leash make a difference, or what do you think about that?
It's just preference.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Blake, I gotta tell you, man, I love this deck because I don't prone, so I don't need something comfortable.
Yeah.
I want my feet to get up there, and it just looks like it feels so amazing.
Oh, this deck. Yeah, this deck is it's the bottom skin.
Yeah.
So like BZ did it back in the day with Danny Kim's board, and it started with my friend who used to drop me, Kyle Sumida.
Oh, Kyle, yeah.
The guy, he started surfboarding because it was faster.
Oh.
And so he said, Blake, when I started shaping, he said, if you can make me a bodyboard that's as fast as a surfboard,
Right.
I'll drop me again. So I said, oh, okay.
So this is it.
So this came out from that. So I made him a board like this, and he liked it. It was super fast, he said, and responsive. So the thing with the slick, you can go thinner. And for drop knee, I like the board thinner. It's more responsive.
Okay.
You can go thinner, and it's lighter, but it's still stiff for drop knee. And so he started drop kneeing again.
Yeah.
And then I made a board with it, and I loved it. So almost all my personal boards have this.
This is the hook right here. If anybody
But-
sees this, they're gonna want this.
I don't know, but I don't know if the world's ready. I don't know if the world's ready.
Here's another question.
It's preference.
Here's another question. You just mentioned thickness. Like you
Yeah.
like it thin. If I get a thin board, I can't paddle. I won't be able to catch the wave. So my suggestion for myself, what if I went thicker, 2.5 inches thick?
Yeah.
Thicker. Thinner, the reason for thinner is for responsiveness. Is it because of the rail?
You could go thicker and I could make the rail sharper.
Because if I'm going rolled,
Oh, you could do that?
I'm going thicker for flotation, easy to catch it, rolled rails for the
Yeah.
same concept of your thinness reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I want the backside regular stock,
Yeah.
but that might be something.
You can do anything you want. It's all you, man. Like I tell my customers, is
Yeah,
I'll do anything you want. You can experiment.
Yeah.
It's your board, you know.
That's my plan. Is to spend the money on an expensive board, but customize it out along the way, because you can adjust whatever,
Yeah.
and only you can do this.
As long as the board's big enough.
Right.
Because you can always take away, but you can't add. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, at what point does a board become too narrow?
Preference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If my board is thick and it can float, I can go as narrow as I want if I can hold my edge
Yeah.
and still perform it. So, man, the possibilities are endless with a customized board. Somebody who can do the work.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking forward to. And everybody should look forward to this. Is that, yeah, spend the money on a stock board or whatever, but come to you for the customized, or
Yeah.
just work with you from the beginning.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Blake, is there anything else that you'd like to add to this crazy interview?
You could. So what else you could do, that I'll do for you is, so when the board gets too narrow, you gotta customize it 10 times. You could always turn it into
A mini board.
a mini board,
Yeah.
kickboard, or a bodyboard for your son or daughter.
Nice.
And I can
Recycle, man.
Yeah, that I do repairs. I do customizations, and I want to start doing a buyback program or a trade-in. You give me your old board, I'll give you a discount on your new board, or I'll give you cash, and I'll turn it into a kid board or a kickboard and repurpose it, and that way it doesn't go into the landfills. A lot of times when our boards get old, we throw it away. You know, we don't do anything, so it's just a way to recycle boards for a fraction of the cost and get them back out there.
That is an awesome
So-
idea.
That's basically it. And I love supporting other companies and other shapers. So I encourage people, if they're from California, order from your local shaper there.
Yeah.
And in fact, I just want to shape for Hawaii. I don't even take orders from the mainland or Australia. Once in a while I'll do, but
They gotta come down and talk to you in person. That's the only way to do it.
yeah.
Mainlanders come down to Hawaii, surf the great waves, talk to Blake. Get it
Can.
done. Yeah, then you'll make a board.
If not, I just do it for Hawaii. That's
Oh,
it.
okay,
The Hawaii
okay,
people.
okay.
Yeah.
And we gotta get that Bodyboarders Union going.
Yeah, we should do it.
it.
Let's do it then.
Yeah.
The month of the pipe contest, we'll do it.
I wonder when is it? Because it has to be after all these surfers take over.
Is there a contest this year?
Just the hui so far.
No, I mean, is there a bodyboard contest this year?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Dude, I don't know.
No need contests already, man. Let's just do this freestyle.
Just free surf.
Yeah, free surfing, customized.
Make our own contest maybe. DK Wars style.
I like that.
Yeah.
Man, why did they stop? I just got back.
No,
Chris, get back on it.
yeah, we need people to take up the mantle and run the DK Wars. And
So explain to me, what is DK Wars? What is this?
it started off as a permitless contest.
Okay.
No permit.
Nice.
And by the bodyboarders for the bodyboarders. So the bodyboarders judge it
Ooh.
and see who ripped the most. And it's ethical too, where if you burn someone, then you lose points. You know, like
Oh, that's cool.
like Chris said, nobody's gonna want to surf with you. So
Yeah.
it's
All positive.
positive vibes. Whoever rips the most gets the cash.
Somebody's putting up cash?
Yeah. So this is the entry fee.
Oh,
You drop
okay.
cash. Everybody drops cash. Winner takes all that. I think
Yeah.
first, second, third get
Oh,
cash,
nice.
something like that.
Man, and Chris
It's a
thought of
one-day
this?
event, and yeah, that's how it originally started. And then now the last one was the walls one, I think, and it was a video entry,
Okay.
and I think there's judges. They judge the videos after,
Wow.
and there was a lot of money in it.
Because the people entered. The money
But-
came from entries or
That and
somebody
sponsorships. Yeah, thousands of dollars.
What?
Yeah,
Dang.
so it's pretty awesome. Chris is doing a good job. It started off for drop knee and stand up only.
Yeah. That's how it
Yeah.
should be. Forget pro.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Pro's got enough support.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I don't pro, so who cares? Right there is the
Yeah.
beginning of the union. Chris started it. We should just let. He's got
Definitely.
the connections.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to talk
Talk
to
to
Chris.
Chris.
We have to talk to Chris.
Joey Vieira with Triad, he's down. I talked to him already.
Ah.
Talked to a few other people, they're all down. It's a
Right,
positive thing, so.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we got to get this video out, Jess. So let's wrap this up then. So
Okay.
we can get it out today.
Oh.
Not today. We got to do some editing, man. We made a lot of...
I gotta do chores. Yeah.
So this is it then. Anything else you want to add? Final thoughts?
Just go out there, have fun, do it for the love of it,
Yeah.
or do it for the money, do it for the fame. You do it for whatever reason you want. But I'm here to support you.
Nice.
I'm here for the love, to share the same stoke I had, riding custom boards from Gary and at Yikes growing up,
Yeah.
and yeah, I just want to share the stoke, pass it on to the next generation. Maybe somebody else will start shaping.
Yeah.
If you guys want to learn, a lot of people ask me if I can teach them or if they can apprentice. Not right now, because I don't have a public shop. But eventually, if I do get a shop, I want to turn it into a workshop where I let people shape their own boards, or I can shape with them or teach them. I want to teach people to shape and let the sport grow that way.
That's another avenue.
I don't care about patenting things. A lot of people want me to patent my ideas
Yeah.
because I come up with some crazy ideas that actually work. But I don't care if people copy. I just want the sport to grow, and I'll teach people to shape. And if they want to start shaping, it'll just grow the sport, right? So that's my heart. That's why I'm here. So feel free to call me up, message me, and can talk story. Build your. I want to build each person their magic board, the board that works best for them.
Yeah.
It might not look like a stock board or anybody else's board, but it'll be their pro model. You know what I mean?
That's what we all want.
Yeah.
We want that magic board.
Yeah.
We want it to work from day one,
Yeah.
not 2 months later.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's about it. I'm glad you're back, and
I don't know if my wife likes it,
Yeah.
man. She's been hanging on the beach for hours again. I should give her a camera.
yeah.
Like the old days.
Camera, make sure she got shade, drinks,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Say, Blake, can I ask you, would you like to close off in prayer?
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll close it. You can start it, I'll close it.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, man. You gotta bring back holy waters, dude.
Holy waters, like back in the day. But yeah, all right. I love prayer too, and if anybody knows me on Instagram, they know I like to pray for them. A lot of people post personal things, and I always pray for anybody that wants prayer too. So
Nice.
yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to me for prayer also.
Yeah. Man, that's real
But
law
yeah.
right there. You know?
Yeah.
That's where it starts from, love.
Yeah.
And so if we can love one another, this sport will really grow. If we support, like you said, support one another.
Yeah.
And it should always end in prayer. Yeah,
Oh, let's do it then.
All right.
All right. Father God, thank you for this time where me and Ivan can just get together and catch up and rap and talk story. And I really feel your presence in this, and even through my company, I always want to spread your love and your ideas, because you're the one who gives me all these board design concepts. And yeah, I just lift it all up to you, God. It's my company's yours for the people, and I just thank you for this opportunity to do something that I'm passionate about and something I love. So thank you for this time. Bless Ivan, bless Jesse for filming, and bless all the bodyboarders out there.
Yeah. I also like to add that we thank you for all the blessings you've given us. We thank you for your love for your son who gave his life on the cross for us. And for those of you who might not know who Jesus is, please welcome to come and approach us and to teach us. Because if all of you guys know, and if you guys don't know, talk to us. I'd love to share with you about the Catholic faith, man. I'm down for the Catholic faith, man. I'm all in. But I also love that a lot of other faiths also believe in Jesus as well. And I also like to thank you, Lord, for the blessings that I've had this past year. A lot of people out there are afraid of COVID, but you know what? I mean, it's like if a little COVID can affect the world, imagine what the love of Jesus has. You know, just that little faith can grow, and I think we should depend on that. And I'd like to thank you for all the gifts you've given me. I got 5 kids, and Blake, you got 1 kid? It's more than enough, man, trust me. So we thank you, Lord, for blessing us and our families. And I thank you for blessing my brother Jesse, man. He's got a kid too, that's so amazing. And I gotta say, he takes care of his kid better than I ever took care of my kids. And I'm respectful for him, and impressed of how well he takes care of his kid and his love. And that's really impressive. And also, just encourage all you bodyboarders out there to love one another and to have peace and to find aloha. And you can find these things in with Jesus. And I also like to shout out to Paul Assumption, who got me started. I love him, man. I hope to see you again soon. We can talk story. And just continue to bless us and watch over us and keep us safe out there in the oceans as well. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, but thank you for the knowledge and inspiration. And, well, there you have it, folks. This is Ivan, and this is Blake, and we're here at Exposed. And thank you for joining us, and spread the word, man. The union is coming out. Holy waters and Exposed coming at you.